going on anyway.
No. I liked what Cody said. He said, getting back in, it would be a target-rich environment. It's nice, isn't it?
That's the philosophy outside the house for you.
And he said, I'd have to listen to what Jess said or she'd punch me. And he reiterated that a few times since then, didn't he?
Well, he's going to follow Jess's lead, yeah.
Yeah. But do you think he actually will? He seems to be so far, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Well, he's got to for now.
So there will be 3 epic battles to fight back into the house. Right?
Are we going straight on to Battle Back?
Yes. Did you get spoilers on Battle Back?
Sort of. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was vaguely aware.
Had you seen a picture of Cody somewhere?
I think so, yeah. Just one thing.
I was so lucky not to be spoilerised, you know.
Yeah, and you lasted a long time.
Oh my god, go on.
I just wanted to say thank you to somebody because I put this as
somebody.
Thanks somebody because I put this as a
get someone out.
Shut up a minute.
Shut up.
On the last episode.
Shut up.
Whatever we call these. On the last podcast, I asked for tips on where we can watch the live feed from the UK, and at Shelby the Best 7 tweeted me to tell me it was that
BMX
TV site.
And Joseph told you.
And Joseph also told me as well, yes. So I just wanted to say thank you to her. Thank you, and I did make use of that yesterday.
And thank you to Joseph.
And thanks to Joseph. I thanked him directly already.
All right, don't be a bitch.
Okay, so the Battle Back stuff. Now, Julie was dressed as a flamenco dancer for some reason.
I put she's wearing an old red curtain.
Yeah, it was definitely curtain.
I was annoyed because they had to win and then they had to fight someone in a house as well. I was like, oh fuck.
I liked it. It was good for the tension building.
What if they win and then they have to fight and then they lose? And you know me, you know I'm such a Cody stan. And then,
yeah, you are.
I was just thinking, oh my god, imagine if it had been Cameron or Gillian or Dominique.
Cameron was getting on my tits from before the competitions even started.
He was so just the sound of his voice was irritating.
And did you not think, like, thank God he went first week?
Yeah.
But back then you were like, oh, I think maybe it would have been fun to watch. And I was like, don't waste my time with him.
Yeah, he was so bugging. So they come into the arena.
They got run through that fucking smoke.
Cameron's like, woo! Gillian's like, woo!
Cody's just like the Terminator.
He is like the Terminator, actually. And it was Evictionville.
So I think that it looks reminiscent of the Big Brother Village. I think Evictionville's maybe 60 miles north of our Big Brother Village.
It does, because it's got all the shop fronts we have on BB UK.
Flowers.
It was
actually
weird,
not flowers, but like
weird,
street furniture.
But do you know what? I had this feeling that even though I didn't know Cody had won, Cody had won all the way through, because when he was doing his diary rooms,
you can tell,
he looked happy. Like I could just see this look in his eyes, like he was, like he'd seen Zen. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you can tell from the DRs.
And I thought that at first because I was like, he's in the diary room, so it must be him. But then they put them all in the diary room to do it. Yeah.
But there was just something about the look in his eye that I just thought, I don't know, but I might have just been kidding. I might have just been kidding myself.
Probably were,
but
it turns out
I was hopeful. And Cody said, "I want to kick indoors and wreck people's games." Yeah. So the first competition,
gonna smash Jessica's back doors in. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, probably am. So the first competition was maze race. Do you want to describe how that works, girls?
The aim was to stop your balls from dropping.
Ball dropping jokes a go-go.
So it's like a big puzzle with a pinball type thing in it, and it's got holes in it, and you can manoeuvre it by a rope and pulley system.
But
quite Survivor in essence, this game.
But the thing they had to work out was it actually goes in the opposite direction to what the way you pull it.
How it has to be
to
make that work.
Yeah, but they were confused at first, weren't they? It wasn't going the right way, sort of thing.
That's true.
The controls were inverse. And that's what it said. Cody said, this game needs finesse, and I don't have it.
Turns out.
Luckily, they didn't either. And again, Cameron's going, oh, I know how to do a Rubik's Cube, so I'll be good at this. Like, okay, mate.
Well, he did manage it in the end. But
I've written, Gillian is a twat, go home, stop wasting our time.
She didn't look like she'd got, like, her lips are all, like, weird. Like she's been, like, doing some drugs or something.
You got to pass the time in sequester.
She looked like a crack whore.
Gas? gosh. Perhaps she's been down to wherever it was.
Just an opinion.
Where she got her surgery.
Oh, yeah, the have not room. Cody said at one point that he was one step, after he won that, he said, I'm one step closer to seeing Jess. I thought that was nice. That was actually what he was concerned about.
Him and Jess are a real thing, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not going to last.
They're like John, James and Josie.
No, they're not. No one's going to be buying any decks.
That was so tense, though, that maze. I was just like, I was literally...
It was well shot as well.
Yeah.
It was well filmed.
I was on the edge of my seat. And then it was... Because Cody won, and then Cameron came second, so he got to go through to the next round as well,
and I've written, Cameron is screaming in the diary room. I hope that room has good soundproofing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
How
point.
How far away from the house is that?
That's a good point,
Because you'd hear that other house
it's
next door.
downstairs. Like,
Is
they
it?
just go through a door downstairs, yeah.
It's under the ground.
Yeah.
That's a good idea to put your diary room in your basement.
Cameron is such a twat, I've written.
Yep, ain't that the truth?
So Gillian and Dominique, we had to say goodbye to them. Oh, well.
Oh.
God wasn't there once again.
But also kind of was, because Gillian didn't get in. Thanks, God.
Yeah. And then Cameron went to Cody. Hey, I didn't lose every comp. I came second in this one. Well, you did fucking lose it then, didn't you, little bitch? So the second competition was billboard bashes.
So, you have to use a launcher to catapult your balls at a billboard, which has 10 panels on it. And you've got to, like, flip them over, flip them down.
Flip that HOH look.
Yeah. Those balls looked too soft, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were too light. They were like boing, like little. They were like those ones in that dodgeball task when Gary was launching his blue balls at people.
Yeah.
Did Cameron have blue balls?
Yeah.
Or did Cody have blue? I think Cody had blue balls and Cameron had red balls.
Yeah.
Either way,
when Cameron was winning,
not great, is it?
When Cameron was winning,
it was intense.
Honestly, I was just like,
yeah,
I was in pieces.
But
I was in pieces.
If he had got through, he would hopefully have lost to whoever had to face him. That would have been actually quite fun.
Thank God Cody actually worked out that you needed to do it.
He had to soften up his technique.
You need to do a soft lob.
He was too hard on those balls.
But with Cameron was like quite a way ahead, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was like... But what went wrong for Cameron...
He was all over the place.
He knocked them out, like in no particular order.
Yeah.
Whereas Cody had like two left, one on top of each other, so it's better to aim at. Yeah. And he also kind of went systematically along. Yeah. That was like... That's what I thought. That was the cold-hearted Marine in him. Logical.
Cody was so determined. He was just like... Cameron said Cody is a stone-faced monster. And then after...
That's definitely one description for him.
And then after Cody won, in the diary room, he said, oh, well, at least Cameron enjoyed 2 more hours in the house.
Yeah, and he looked at a watch which he didn't have on, which is quite funny.
And then Cameron said, I'm immediately depressed. And Julie said, please say goodbye to Cody and exit the yard.
Cody didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Cody's like, bye-bye.
I see Cameron. I don't care.
And Cameron said, you're a beast to Cody. And then Cameron in the diary room said, my Big Brother summer is over. It was over 4 weeks ago, mate. Off you pop. Back on Twitter.
So now Cody was able to choose what game he would play against the other housemates.
Were you surprised that he chose Maze Race?
Nah.
Why?
Because it was easier than the ball thing. And I think
because he'd practiced it.
Yeah, I think if you go against someone in the maze race and they're doing well, all they've got to do is fall down that hole and they're right back to the start. Yeah. So if someone falters and you're going smoothly, which he knows you already can, you're plain sailing.
I was quite surprised that you chose that one, but it's such a fix. I know they would go, oh, the maze is different, but the fact that he's practiced...
It actually looked easier second time around. There were like less holes towards the end.
And the fact that he's had one practice on it...
Yeah, it's true.
I mean... The chances of him...
Yeah, but they want that. They want that person to get in.
I know they do, but the fact that... I don't know, it's just... It's pointless in a way. But I was glad... Believe me, I was glad. Believe me. So then the other fucking idiots... Julie Chen comes on the screen. She announced the battle back. I've written, close your mouth, Mark. Jessica looked very, very happy. She was perched on the edge of the sofa. Josh said he wanted Dominique or Gillian to come back in. Jessica said, I really want to vomit. Paul went, it's not chill, whatever, I'm not excited, pissed.
It's a good impression.
And then Paul was like having a go at Jessica, going, oh, you look very pleased with yourself. It's like, oh yeah, she's excited at the thought of her boyfriend coming back into the house and getting laid. Like, wouldn't you be, Paul, you fucking miserable twat? Like, you'd be excited if you got a new item of horrific clothing
Pair
to
of
wear.
socks.
Yeah. And then the housemates had to all choose one person to face off against Cody. And
Now, I want to see the deliberations before this happened, because they all came in and they weren't allowed to vote for themselves, and they all voted for Paul. Not one person didn't vote for Paul, right?
Paul didn't.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't allowed.
Who did he vote for?
Alex. But Julie said...
Who did Jessica vote for?
Even Jessica voted for Paul. Because she probably wanted to see Paul versus Cody, do you know what I mean? But actually, it would have been better for her to vote for, I don't know,
Raven.
Kevin or something. Yeah, exactly. But Julie said, if you want...
Christmas. You should have
yeah,
Christmas.
Yeah. Make her do the balls one. But Julie said, if you want someone to return, then pick your weakest house guest. So I thought that was interesting that she kind of threw that idea out there. Like, if you don't...
Yeah, but like realistically, out of the whole house, only Jessica wanted Cody back.
Yeah. But Paul's bitches all picked him, so whatever. But then it was like, you couldn't have written it better, really, could you?
No.
It's the two alphas, once again, facing off.
Chanel versus Sue. No, I mean...
So they're all sat on the sidelines, and out of the dry ice, out comes Cody. And Jessica says, out of the smoke comes Cody. This is like a fairy tale. I've written, Paul takes his gay jacket off. That's offensive.
He also started off the task topless.
Did he?
Yeah, I thought, what the fuck are you doing? But then they made him put on that battleback vest. Yeah.
And him and Cody had a very firm handshake, like at the start of a job interview. And Cody said, I knew from the start they'd pick Paul. He's a great competitor. Cody likes his rivalry with Paul, doesn't he?
It's his storyline, and he knows it.
He enjoys it. So they did maze race. Hashtag Cody versus Paul. And they were both, did you notice that while Julie was explaining the rules, they're both like looking at the maze, like working out their route.
Their route.
Yeah, their route, yeah. And then, what happened? Cody said, Jess is looking on. It's the battle of the alphas. And he took it at a slow and steady pace. And Paul said he didn't want to pay attention to Cody's board and freak himself out, which is fair enough. Cody was quite...
He was quite ahead,
He was quite a long way ahead the whole time.
He said he looked over at one point and realised Paul was really far behind as well.
So it made him even more chill. And Jessica said...
Maze race and chill.
And then Jessica said, if Cody blows this, I'll kill him. And then Cody won.
All she wants him to blow is his load all over her face.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know. Do you see
Cody
won?
See the
way she clung on to him? She's like a little koala
Bush
on
baby.
his back.
Yeah. It's like one of those little squirrels.
Yeah, like Paul was waiting to shake hands
behind awkwardly. That was good.
And then the first thing Jessica said to him, have you got it?
No.
She said, don't do anything crazy until I catch you up on everything.
Yeah. No, I don't remember that now. I got something that was spliced into that task. I think it was Josh, probably in the diary room, what he's had to say about Cody.
Yeah.
He said, I don't think me and Cody could ever be friends, at least in this house.
I know.
You think they're going to be friends outside? What are you going to do? Go for meatballs together? Nah.
Go to the latest race riots and kick off like Cody enjoys doing in his spare time. Do you not know about that?
Race
riots?
riots?
You know about Cody being transphobic? We talked about that in the podcast.
I've seen that clip, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cody also said when there was like race riots going on, because like...
What does a race riot mean? Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, basically like the police killed a black person like they always do in America. And then...
and here.
Well, yeah, and here, but more so there. And there was all riots kicking off because of it. Because, you know...
And he just went down for the fun of it?
Yeah, he just went down just because he said it was a laugh.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Like, went looting or something?
Yeah, he just went down because he said he liked the atmosphere.
That's a man that's been, like, scarred by war.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's his environment, isn't it? Like, being, like, in that sort of
Yeah,
That's
at
why,
home in the carnage.
That's why during that the traffic task, when people were shouting at him, he
Nothing.
loved it. He loved it. So yeah, I was so happy that Cody's back in the house. I love Cody.
Really do.
It's not